Welcome to this explainer of Nurturing Brilliance, a neurodiversity-affirming guide to parenting for connection and growth, produced by Bright Kids AI. Today, we're going to explore the beautiful, sometimes challenging, and just profoundly rewarding journey of parenting a neurodiverse child. Whether you're navigating life with a child who experiences autism, ADHD, dyslexia, or any other neurological differences, you know this journey requires a deeply empathetic toolkit. So we're going to look at some incredibly practical, neurodiversity-affirming strategies that really focus on connection, growth, and truly understanding the very unique way your child experiences the world.
Okay, let's jump right into this foundational mindset. We need to build systems that work for neurodiverse kids, not at them. Our goal here isn't to force adaptation, right? We aren't trying to make our kids fit into some neurotypical box. Instead, we want to proactively build an environment, a supportive system where our kids can truly thrive. It's all about working alongside them, understanding their specific needs, and creating spaces that support their natural brilliance rather than, working against it.
Section 1. The Mindset Shift. Embracing the Neurodiversity Paradigm. So what exactly do we mean by neurodiversity? Well, it tells us a crucial truth. These neurological differences are entirely natural. They are incredibly valuable variations of the human brain. Whether your child has autism, ADHD, or Tourette's, their unique way of processing the world is inherently valid. They aren't experiencing deficits that need to be cured. They are simply experiencing the world differently. And as parents, our role is to understand those differences and really adapt our approach to support their unique strengths. Understanding your child's specific sensory profile is absolutely step one in creating a deeply supportive home environment. For instance, some children experience sensory over-responsivity. That means everyday sounds or textures can be physically overwhelming for them. On the flip side, sensory under-responsivity means a child might actively seek out strong, intense sensory input just to feel regulated. Figuring out exactly where your child lands on the spectrum, that is the key to unlocking a much calmer, more connected day. Section 2. Daily Practice, Creating Predictability and Consistency. Building security really starts with 3 concrete steps that can turn a wildly unpredictable day into a secure, anxiety-reducing sequence for your child. First up, establish clear daily routines. Second, use visual schedules. These are pictures or written words that show exactly what's coming next, from meal times all the way to bedtime. And third, this one's huge, maintain consistent expectations across all caregivers. If mom, dad, and grandparents are all on the same page, it totally removes confusion and creates a deeply stable environment. What we're really aiming for with these routines is to be proactive, not reactive. We want to recognize their needs before the overwhelm hits. Trust me, it's so much more effective to provide a sensory break or a visual cue early on, rather than just reacting to a meltdown after a child is already flooded with anxiety. To help with this proactive approach, a lot of families are finding it incredibly helpful to use visual check-in tools to basically bypass the need for words. A brilliant example of this is the My Stars tool from Bright Kids AI. It uses a super simple framework: a sleepy star for low energy, a bright star when they're calm and focused, a zoom star for that buzzing high energy, and a big boom for when they are just completely overwhelmed. During tricky transitions, your child can just point to or tap a star. It completely removes the stress of needing verbal emotional vocabulary in the moment, and it validates that every single one of these states is perfectly okay. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Pulling these daily check-ins together allows you to spot rhythms. Families using the Bright Kids AI platform get a weekly brief that tracks the day, time, and star state. You aren't just counting behaviors anymore. You're looking for hidden emotional triggers. And that brings us to a really powerful realization. Once a pattern is visible, it becomes actionable, right? If you look at your weekly brief and spot that a big boom literally always happens on Tuesdays after school, you're suddenly empowered. You can adapt your plans on the fly. Maybe schedule some quiet time or a sensory-friendly activity right after school on Tuesdays. You're creating a truly proactive, neurodiversity-affirming environment. Section 3. Fostering connection, communication, and play. Let's talk about 3 core strategies for deep connection. Honestly, these aren't just fun little activities to pass the time. They are powerful avenues for joining your child in their world. You need to practice active listening. Leverage their intense special interests for bonding, whether that means memorizing obscure dinosaur facts or playing their absolute favorite video game with them. And engage in play that respects their sensory needs. Active listening often starts with just simple validation. Using a phrase like, "I see you're feeling frustrated right now," can work absolute wonders. Notice how it doesn't try to fix the problem immediately, and it definitely doesn't judge. It just validates. You're showing empathy and building trust, even if you don't completely understand the why behind the emotion quite yet. Then there's the play itself. Adapting your play to match their sensory needs is an absolute game changer for their self-regulation. Take proprioception. That's the sense of body position. Kids who crave this love deep pressure input, like being playfully squished in a pillow sandwich. Then there's vestibular input, which relates to balance. Sensory seekers here will love dynamic movement, like park swings, slides, or even homemade obstacle courses. Matching the play to the specific sensory need is absolutely crucial. So, as we build this beautiful, supportive connection, we've also got to look toward the future. We have to ask ourselves, how do we equip our kids to navigate the world confidently on their own terms? Section 4. Encouraging independence, self-efficacy, and choice. You can actually start building this independence super early by following these steps. First off, ask open-ended questions to guide them through problems instead of just solving things for them. Ask something like, what do you think we could do about this? Second, offer simple daily choices. It can be as small as asking if they want the blue shirt or the red shirt. Finally, encourage respectful self-advocacy. Teach them how to communicate what works for them and what doesn't. You're literally building their capacity for independent action step by step. Section 5. Supporting the supporters, self-care for parents. Before we wrap up, we really need to talk about someone very important. You. Let's be real. Parenting a neurodiverse child is incredibly demanding, and it is entirely too easy to neglect your own well-being. Please remember this. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Nurture their brilliance by nurturing yourself. Prioritizing your own self-care is not some fancy luxury. It is an absolute necessity. Whether it's just 5 minutes of quiet time with a cup of coffee, a short walk around the block, or connecting with a parent support group, you must maintain your own well-being to be the grounded, patient parent your child needs. When you put all of this together, when you embrace this neurodiversity-affirming approach, create those predictable routines, connect through their special interests, and take care of yourself, you're doing something truly amazing. You are building a foundation where your child can flourish, feel deeply understood, and confidently navigate their unique path in the world. You are nurturing their brilliance. I want to leave you with this final, vital question to think about. Take a moment to reflect on the systems, the mindsets, and the tools we've covered in this explainer. What is just one small routine or one connection point that you can adapt today to better support your child's unique brilliance? Focus on that one small change and watch how it transforms your home. Thank you so much for joining me, and keep up the absolutely incredible work you're doing for your kids.